Tonight is the first sit in the blind that I'd made that homemade platform for, that you guys have seen in other videos if you watched them. It's the second sit at the cabin. Came in here last night, saw a decent little 2.5-year-old and a couple does, but I did get a good picture of what looked to be a pretty good 3.5-year-old making a scrape back in the northeast corner. That's really where I'd like to be, to see if one of the potential shooters, we still got Chief or that other no-named 9-point that's in here, that I'd like to see. But like I said, I'd like to be back there on that corner where that scrape's at, because it's hot right now, but the wind's just not right for it. And I think they'll probably be on this side because there is some bedding on us. I think the deer will probably be on this side of the property just because of the northeast wind that we've got. Maybe push them over to this side so they can scent check the downwind side rather than being over there where that scrape's at. That's not to say I won't get a picture of a big one later over there, but I just didn't really want to be on the ground. I'd rather be up in the tree over there, so I didn't go sit back there. So we're here in the blind on the food plot, the second food plot. There is quite a bit of young stuff in this one too. If you watch the video from last night, you can see that. Not as good as we wanted. I did run those 8 turkeys out of here, as you saw coming in, but that's pretty much the story for tonight. Should be a pretty good sit. We got good weather. I look to see at least some does. Hopefully we can get one of those shooters in here, but we'll see. I pulled the card on the camera, on the mount that I put on the platform for the blind. I haven't checked it yet, so I'm gonna do that and see if there's anything else in here. If there's anything worth showing, I'll put it on here, but that's what we got going on tonight. I'm not exactly sure how well this blind's gonna work. I think it'll do the job, but based on the trail camera photos that I had after we put it up, the deer are definitely used to it by now. You could tell the first few days it was here, they were paying attention to it, but they're used to it. However, it is a pretty cheap blind that I bought last year. It did sit out all year last year. I took it down after the season was over, but had a little issue with some of the poles that push the side of the blind out, so fixed it with a little duct tape. Nothing that couldn't take care of. I'm not sure if we passed or failed that test, because he did end up kind of acting like something was off when he got up here and looked in here. But at the same time, if that was going to be a buck I was going to shoot, I could have killed him before he got to that spot. He kind of worked that edge, this edge over here to the north, and then came out in front of the blind at like 10 yards maybe. And then he was probably 7 when he ended up getting a little spooky. But he did just kind of turn and trot off. He never blew like you saw, and then he just kind of walked out of here. So, like I said, I don't know if that's a pass or a fail or somewhere in between. So, I haven't seen that buck on camera before, so I wonder if it's not his first time in here. which would explain, number one, him not being real comfortable with the blind, but number two, that's potentially a good thing because maybe that means there's some bucks starting to move into this place. So we'll see what else happens tonight. Maybe something else will come through. We got about 45 minutes left, probably, maybe an hour. Yeah, about an hour left, so plenty of time if a bigger buck wants to come strolling through here. That test we did not pass. The doe came out in the same place that little buck did with her two fawns, and she got to about 20 and looked right at the blind and didn't like it. And she turned around and she actually ended up blowing after I turned the camera off. I don't know if they're just not liking the windows open. I assume that's probably what it is. So either way, I went ahead and threw on the face mask just in case maybe they were seeing my face, but I was keeping it pretty low and in the back of the blind, so I think it's probably just a matter of the windows being open. That's what's bothering them. I'd like to leave them open, that way they get used to that, but I'd end up with coons and birds and everything else up in here, so probably not gonna do that. It's just gonna be one of those deals. Again, I could have killed her, but it's gonna be tough. If it's not a deer that I'm wanting to shoot, it's gonna be really tough for him to get through here. It's probably just gonna take him doing it once or twice, maybe to get used to it being here with the windows open. So we'll see. We got another 25 minutes or so, so this might just go ahead and be the closing interview. I probably won't do another one. It's getting dark anyway in the blind, and then I want to do another one back at the truck. So and this is a place where I try not to make too much noise because you just can't see very far, and there could be a deer within 25 yards and you wouldn't know it, depending on what direction they were in. So probably get out of here. If we see anything else worth showing, I'll show you. If not, then get out of here and go record a podcast for you guys to come out Monday, and then whenever I get back in the woods again, I'll post another one.